Brady, the next one I want to choose personally is going to be the Syracuse Orange against the Tennessee Volunteers. I'm actually really stoked about this one. It's an Aflac kickoff game. Let me see where it's at real quick. I got to scroll a little bit. Sorry. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. So Syracuse has got to travel a little bit farther, but it's 11 a.m. on August 30th. The under is 54.5 currently, and Tennessee is favored by 14.
I just got to say this, right? Talk about a game of orange. I mean, this is just, if you hate the color orange, this is not the game for you.
And let me ask, do you pull out like the smoky grays or the blacks if you're Tennessee here?
I think you do, personally.
You might.
I like the black. I like the gray as well. Anything but that god awful orange. But that's beside the point. Okay. You got two orange teams playing. Of course, we got to talk about it. Tennessee a 13.5 point favorite. Like I know, the whole Nico situation, that whole fiasco, debacle, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Syracuse had its own quarterback change as well. Obviously, Kyle McCord transferred in last year. He is now gone. I think Syracuse offensively is going to take a huge step back in the wrong direction. Even though the quarterback situation at Tennessee is kind of up in the air when it comes to production and when it comes to that Heisman ability, I still think Tennessee gets it done here. I still think their defense is going to be really good. Their defensive line last year is what really surprised me. I think that's going to continue into this year. I think it's going to be a snooze fest in the first quarter as both of these teams kind of start getting going for the year. But I do like Tennessee to win. I don't think they cover, though. I like Syracuse on the 13.5. I just think there's too many new pieces on the Tennessee offensive side of the ball, but I really, really, really like Tennessee's defense in this matchup. I would also take the under as well.
Yeah, that's just what sucks about some of this college football stuff today is just the climate that we're in. You just have so many question marks going into the season because of the revolving transfer portal, bringing guys in and out. And honestly, I think Tennessee got the worst end of the deal, only getting Aguilar or whatever his name is from UCLA, like just trading quarterbacks. I'm not super excited about it. I think he's going to be solid, but I don't think he's going to be anything like the potential Nico had. I know Nico didn't show it last year, but he was young. He was like 19, 20 years old. He still had a chance to grow into the offense that he had. And I think he also lacked some playmakers last year. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. Neutral site game. I think Syracuse is going to play well. I love Fran Brown. My goodness. From the Dabo Sweeney Clemson tree, Fran Brown can coach. He wakes me up on a Saturday morning, and I'm ready to run through a brick wall. I want to play for the freaking Orange. This is a freaking football school now because of Fran Brown. I think he's done exceptional job. I think he did a really good job last year of just like placing McCord in there and allowing him to play and getting some wins out of it. You know, Syracuse is not known to win ball games at all. Like they went 6-7 the year before, played in a bowl game and lost 45-0 to South Florida. And then this past year, they end up going 10-3, win their bowl game by 17. They beat Miami to end the year as well. The only loss that they had that was substantial was Pittsburgh. They got ran out of the stadium there. But the other ones were one-score games. They had a misstep against Stanford. That team almost was an 11-win team, and we could have been talking about, oh my gosh, could Syracuse make the college football playoff? I think this is another season that they're going to do it, and I think it's more so because Fran Brown is building a culture that will stand more so than sitting on players that will help him win. And I think that's what some coaches mess up at, and I'll call him out. Mike Norvell at Florida State sits on players that will help him win. I'll tell you that. He's like, okay, I'm going to go to the transfer portal. I'm going to get this kid because he can help me win. Look at DJU. Look at their 2-10 season last year. But Fran Brown, I think, sets up his culture well, and he's doing it correctly. Kind of like Dan Campbell with the Lions. You know, it's not pretty at first, and it's a slow build, but I think Fran Brown will get them there. I think it's going to be a lot closer than they think. I'm going to go Tennessee as well. I'm going to say just by 3, though. I think it's going to be a very, very close game in a neutral site. First week of the season is going to be tough.